Happy Friday.
It is my fault we're starting so late. I had a hair appointment. My hair is shorter now. Love it.
It is. I actually meant to tell you, and then we talked crafting, but I really like it. It looks really cute. We also talked
We play
maps,
around with it a little bit every time to figure out how to cut it, so it gets a little bit different every time. But it was really good. And then I had to... Though. Yeah, I really like it. She's always like, do I need to change it, anything? Like, shorten anything, you know, tweak it, whatever. And I was like, perfect. As usual.
Kind of what I tell her every time.
No notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got my hair cut, and then when I came back, I had to log into... I know, I saw that. They, like, kicked up a... They just wanted to show how much they enjoyed my haircut, too. They were like, we also approve.
They were like, let me see. No, get out of the way. Let me see.
They need a flow to tell them what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Flow. I'll get a flow. It's okay. Anyway, carry on. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just saying I had to log into work real quick. I had to log off real fast to be able to make it to this appointment, which is what I wanted, but I was kind of waiting for an update to know if I needed to like send one more email out for the team and everything. And so I saw that it had been confirmed, and I could have probably waited until Monday, but I was like, I'm gonna be thinking about it all weekend. I might as well just log in. It'll take me like 5 minutes to send the email, and then I can log back off. So I did that before we started. And then I came into this room and I was like, oh, I didn't clean up any of my sewing stuff. So I had to like put this table down and everything so I could, you know, actually sit here with you. So life of a crafter.
Trust me. I get it. I still have to vacuum this weekend from all the thread and all the fuzz. I actually need to grab a lint roller for the Minky fleece and see if that'll help pick up on the edges. I didn't think of that. I have a teeny tiny one, but it'll do.
Either that,
but
or
anyway,
do you have
yeah,
like
I understand.
packing tape or something that you could like take packing tape like around your hand and just kind of like tap it. I've done that too when I don't have a lint roller.
Yeah, I might somewhere. I know I have masking tape. That doesn't... It's not the best, but it'll do in a bit.
Do like a few like wraps of it, so it's a wider...
Like around, yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't see packing tape, I'll definitely try that. We don't really use the lint roller anyway, so I could use it, but it's one of those like pocket size type, you know, but yeah, long story short, I've got so much I need to like clean up in this room, and I just haven't, but I probably should this weekend. Just a little refresh. But also I need to sew. Oh, you can see I have like scrap fabric that I set up here, and I keep forgetting to put away. So it's just permanently on the tank. Steve fed the fish. He must have set it right back up there too. I just realized he probably was like, I don't know what this is for. Let me set it back up here. So there it stays. You know what? Good on him. Good on him. He knows. He's well trained. You know, only move it when essential. Yeah. Exactly. He's a keeper. Yesterday, okay, real quick, and then we'll go into our crafts. He was watching something about people playing Skyrim, and this dude just like kept dying, and Steve was like, all the times I've played, like, I don't die that much. And I was like, Steve, here's the deal. Games like this and like Fallout, he's really good at Fallout. I was like, you're so good at it. Like, you get it. Like, you know how to set up your character to play it the best, right? He's stealthy. Like, he does like stealth and everything, right? And he like in Fallout, he has like sniper guns and all that. And I'm like, me over here is like, la la la, dead. And I had him cracking up, and I was like, I didn't mean to crack up so much at my own joke.
Something.
But it made me think of the happiest elf. That when he's just like skipping along, and then it's like, and then
That
I think that's why it made me
what
crack
is
up.
this?
It's
I
'cause
was
that
just
popped
also
in my
gonna
head.
say something tells me like he didn't watch any of our gameplay in Split Fiction, and it's starting to show. You want to talk about dying?
I don't think he did. You
Something-
know, okay, so I thought I was it was like on my drive at some point. It popped into my head, and I was like, you know why? Because my phone was ringing, and the ringtone is from Sailor Moon: Promise of the Rose. Amazing movie. And I was thinking of that scene, and I was like, we should play that again sometime, but like opposite characters. And I was like, we're gonna die the same amount of times. Like, we've played it before. It's gonna be like we're newbies all over again. The only thing
No.
is we're probably gonna be a little more prepared for the battles.
We'll be a little more
it doesn't mean
prepared
we're
for the
gonna do
battles.
better.
But I do think we're gonna die more. And the reason I think we're gonna die more is because we're gonna sit there and we're gonna go, okay, but we've played this before, so now we know a little bit more about what we're doing. And then we're gonna be too confident. And we're gonna run into these situations and we're gonna die more.
Yeah. But it'll be fun. So let us know in the comments if you
It'll be
want to see us do Split Fiction again, because that was such a fun game. That was so
It was
good.
so good.
And there's stuff we missed, I think. Or maybe didn't get like the full
I feel like there were little
appreciation
things,
for.
especially in the side stories, like little things that we didn't quite pick up on or missed because we didn't like click all the things, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we could.
And I know there's
go
some
back.
points where
I
we
think it would
died
be
so much
involved,
we skipped
but-
ahead a little bit in the path. So that could be a thing too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we'll see. It could be in the works. It was a thought, and I was like, that could be fun, especially playing like the opposite character and like getting that POV as well for like the controls and all that stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I already have a lot in the works, but it was such a good game. Anywho, if you'd like to discuss your crafting.
I think we're missing something that we need to. I remembered something I had to add to my cart before I forgot for the 1,000th time this week. But you're forgetting something very important that we have to share first.
Our Valentine's Day weekend excursion.
Yeah.
It's not romantic, guys. We did not hang out with the husbands.
I mean, we
That
did at
sounds
some
really
point.
bad, but like yeah. Listen, Valentine's Day to us is just not a priority, I guess. Like Steve was like, it's just another day. Like, it's not a big deal. And I kind of feel the same way. Like, I'm not bothered.
Part of that
by,
is
like,
because
being
it's gotten
something.
so big that like, where would we go? What would we
Can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just better to stay home. Like we can plan things other weekends if we want to have like a date night or something like that. Like it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. But on on Valentine, I was like, what day of the week even was that? It was literally on Valentine's Day.
Let me preface this by reminding everybody we discussed this on our stream prior to
because
this.
I saw it on that stream.
It's her fault, but I'm not mad about it. So carry on. I just wanted to remind our viewers of this.
How the tables have turned. Yeah, so we went for the Friday the 13th Flash Tattoos event with our tattoo artist, and got some tattoos. So I'll show the first one that I decided on first. So I got a little, I know it's upside down. I'm not going to twist my arm for you to be able to see it the right. It's not going to work out. But it's a little mushroom, toadstool mushroom with Like, it's hard to tell, and it's still healing, but it's got little hearts on it, and we did some shading, which I really love. So that's the first one
really
I
cute.
chose. I'm very excited about it. I think it turned out really well. I'm just waiting for it to finish healing, but it's doing really well. Do you want me to show my other one?
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll go into mine.
Okay.
That's fine.
We both got 2 because why not?
Again, she is the one who showed them to me first. She saw them before I did from my tattoo artist that I introduced her to.
Okay.
I just want to give everybody the storyline.
I would also
I'm
like
not mad
to.
about it.
In my defense, I had just recently followed her because I realized that I wasn't yet. We were planning our birthday tattoos, and I was like, I'm going to her all the time, I should follow her too. And so I think Instagram was still in the, oh, you've just recently started following them, let me show you all of their stuff now. And so I was still seeing more frequent posts at that point, so they just kind of were like bumped up in priority for the algorithm. So that's what I think was happening. But yes, I did see it first, and I was like, and then I was like, she's got more, and that was where the Kirby one came from. So I got Kirby on my wrist. I was a little spicy, but I made it through. It's looking good. Poor Kirby is still healing. I just put some lotion on. Yesterday it was like stabby itchy. It's a little bit better today, so I think I'm on the other side of the healing process, which is good. It never lasts very long, but that like one day where it's at its itchiest is like the worst, and then it gets better from there. So yeah, doing good. How are you?
Let me show mine. Okay. So the first one that I decided on was this cute little ghosty, and we put it on my elbow basically because I was gonna have it like up here a little bit more, and she was like, what about here? And guys, how cute. How cute. Like it moves so perfectly with my elbow crease. It doesn't look stupid. It just looks like derpy and cute, and I love it. So that's my first one, just a cute little ghosty with a heart balloon. And she just did like all the shading like just automatically. Like she didn't ask, but like she knows me. She gets me. But it turned out really cute. I was really impressed. And then because of this one over here, I too got Kirby. So
guys, it was so difficult to convince her to get this one. So
literally
difficult.
It was the only one I had my eye on. Like, not that the rest weren't cute, like there were some that I could otherwise see myself getting, but like Kirby was just like, so like, how adorable is this? And like the colors, like such a cute pink, and she's like pink and black dots, and like so cute. So yeah, mine's still healing too. Looks like he's like peeling from sunburn, poor guy. But I also recently moisturized, so looks adorable, healing really nicely. She put like second skin on both of us, and so that stayed on for a few days. And neither of us, like for all my tattoos, I've never had that ever. It's always been like saran wrap or something, and like a wrapping around it, or nothing. You can't really do anything, so be prepared for the hands. But I think that did help a lot with the healing process. I think we could have stood to keep it on a couple days more, but we didn't know. And I think both of us were just like, I just want to peel it off and have like, because it looks worse under the second skin, and like, because you know it's all the healed stuff, and yeah. So, and I had stayed home that day because diabetes, and I was like, it was starting to peel up here, and I was like, I just want to take it off. And I was like, I'm gonna take one for the team so I can give her like actual like facts about like where we're at in the process, because I was like, well, at least I've got like a ton more, so like I can deal with whatever comes. And I was like, I want Jess to make like the best decision, so if I'm like, girl, keep it on a couple days. You know, like, I could tell you that and save you the trouble. So that's how it started. And then she decided to take it off as well. Because I think both of us were pretty done with it at that point. It was also itchy underneath. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it gave me an excuse to, like, actually scratch. Not, like, hard, but, you know, a little more than I would otherwise. Because it was covered. And, yeah, it was weird. But I think if we had kept it on a couple days, it would have healed a little faster, I suppose. Like, a little easier. We wouldn't have, like, the peeling skin. But it said 3 to 5 days. So it's not like we did it, like, far too soon or anything, and it healed just fine. So
yeah,
interesting things we learned this time around. So yeah, and this, yeah, I just
would you like me to talk about my crafting now?
Yeah, you can. I'll shush now.
I'm gonna go through pretty quickly. I don't have too much. This week I was trying to do like the 30 minutes of like different projects and stuff in the evenings, but I had a lot of like later work nights, not like super late, but late enough where I just didn't have a whole lot of time. And I was just really tired. We've had some like rainy weather and it's just been cold. Like not as cold as it was before. Like it definitely warmed up from the single digits we had for a while there. But still, I think just between the two, I was just really tired. And especially after logging off late, it was just busier weeks. A busier week. And so I just didn't have a lot of energy. So I focused on the things that were like bringing me joy and were easy enough to work on without too much effort. So I'm still working on some projects. They just didn't get a whole lot of love this week. But I have been working on my frost lines sweater. This is the back of it, but it's where you can see the pattern the best because it's a cardigan. So I am getting really close to the sleeve split. I think I have about 10 rows tonight. I'm actually hoping that like I can knit on it a little bit easier during stream tonight, so maybe I can get to that sleeve split, but we shall see. But it's coming along nicely. I really like the colors.
I was gonna say they look really nice together, like perfect together.
Yeah, this worked out really well.
It's
this
really
is
pretty.
exactly what I was hoping for, and it's just the like the speed that I needed to get through a project, because I really love my Hey Sailor, which is my what I've dubbed my Lisa Frank sweater. I really love that. I really want to get it done, but it's been such slow progress because of the thinner yarn, the smaller needles, and just the sheer number of stitches that I was like, I need something to like fly off the needles so I can finally have something finished, so then I can be like, okay, I finally like finished a project. Let's see if I can finish more of them, and maybe that'll just give me like the push I need, because I was starting to lose steam, not because I didn't love the project or the yarn anymore. I'm just like looking for something to be off my needles. So this will probably be it, but I am enjoying it. So this is what I've been working on. I'm hoping to get to the sleeve split. If not today, probably tomorrow, so I can feel that progress for once. But that is that. And I'm still making use of my, I'm not going to show the pattern, but my little like pattern holder here for my chart. So that's been really helpful. So I've got that set up here for the rest of my stripe increases, and then I can put that away. The only other thing I've been working on is my sewing, and I do have some progress to share.
Rest assured, everybody, she did not finish her project, okay? I was about to cry if she did.
No, I put it on the hanger because I was trying to like see it, you know, see the vision, make sure I liked all the colors together and everything like that. And I wanted to see how the tags would look. So this is just pinned. It's crooked on there. I just did a quick pin because I really wanted to see. I got my knot replicated tags in, so I was going to put it underneath my charm patterns one and kind of sew that in. So I was just trying to get a visual for it, because I know the red can feel very bright against the rest of this, but I can't really put it in my shirt fabrics because that red will definitely show through, and at least with this it's inside, so that doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I just wanted to put it together. So this is what it's looking like. There's my little welt pocket. So I have the outer, nothing's like sewn together or anything, but I have my outer jacket, the front and back all together. The only thing about the back, and it's really a me problem, is it's like, this is just like the slightest little bit crooked, and it has this like, but I can't really do anything about it. And I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right?
Yeah. I don't think it looks bad or
Wow.
anything. Like, I had barely...
Wow. You were like, yeah.
No, because my brain was like, yeah, this is why I wouldn't want, like, because I didn't realize when we got the pattern that it was, like, split like that. I thought it would
I think
be,
that's
like,
my thing, too,
piece.
is I didn't really realize it had this, like, yoke.
Yeah.
So you can see it's ever so slightly off, and then, like, that little bit there. But I think in the long run, like, when you're looking at it from afar like this, you barely, like...
You're not really gonna notice it. Like, you're gonna see the seam, but you're not gonna be like, wow, that's, like, way off or something. You could probably even, if you wanted to, like, maybe put, like...
a ribbon or something?
A decorative something. Yeah, something that, like, goes with, maybe draws into the lining or something, or something kind of simple to go across that goes with,
think about
you
it.
know.
Yeah, I could probably hand
if you don't, like, it's not... Yeah, it's not like that. It's not totally off. It's just like like you said, like ever so slight. And I think, like you said, from a distance, no one's gonna notice.
Yeah, if it were a bigger shift, or if it was more noticeable right here, I would probably be more worried about it. But this is ever so slight, and then like this shift, I feel like with the seam, you're like, okay, well, you know, like that makes sense. I wasn't trying to pattern match with this. Mostly because I wasn't even thinking about these to be, like, I don't think I even paid attention to the fact that these would eventually have to be sewn together. So that's on me.
Yeah.
I know with my shirts for the striping, I am, like, going into it knowing that I'm going to try to do some pattern matching. But this one, I just really wasn't thinking about it. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah,
so
I think it worked out really nicely. So
yeah,
it still looks like really... So
I do like it a lot. Then my next step is to do the waistband and get that ready to go, and then I'll do the zipper, and then the collar, and then the sleeves. So I've done a lot. I already did like the lining. I had like I did like the stitching on the lining, and then you like clip the, you can't even like see it, there's like, I'm not even showing it, there's like stitching around like at the seam allowance, and then you clip it all the way around and you press it in so it's prepared, because you'll hand stitch it.
That's right.
So it's preparing it and everything. So I did all that. So really it's just like the waistband, the collar, sleeves, and zipper. And then like the little details, and a lot of hand stitching. I didn't realize when I got this pattern, but it's fine. So yeah, so that's going well. I am hoping to make some progress on it this weekend. I was hoping yesterday to have the waistband done and perhaps start on the zipper. But I was really tired when I logged off, and I was like, I'm not gonna attempt to sew because I will mess it up, and I don't want to do any seam ripping on that, period. So I just left it. It's totally fine. I'm in no rush. Well, I'm in my own rush, but ultimately I've got time. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow.
No rush,
have some time in the morning, like with my coffee or something, start working on it. And they're all like, it's going pretty well. It's knock on wood. So yeah, But I got my zipper pull in. So this is what I got. It's a little Star Trek nod. I was going to try to replace the whole zipper because it's the entire like zipper piece. But you have to take the tab off of the top of the zipper, like the stop off the top of the zipper. Grab it. So on the top of the zipper here, you have this little like thicker tab above the teeth of the zipper, and you have to take that off on like whichever, because this is a separating zipper, so whichever one the zipper stays on when you separate them is the one you need to take the top tab off of, so you can then slide that off and then replace it with this one. I can't for the life of me figure out how I'm supposed to take it off. I struggled with it. I even bought, you can buy
my question.
Yeah, you can use like needle nose pliers and stuff to try to get it off, or use like wire cutters. If you do like wire cutters, obviously, then you have to have a replacement. So you can buy, I bought some zipper stops to try to use. This was when I actually took the time to figure out how I would do this replacement. That's when I learned that I really should have been more aware of what size zipper pull I needed, because there are different sizes and it depends on the measurements of the teeth, because you need it to fit properly so the teeth will fit together well without being like too tight or too loose. So you get that like zipper process. So I learned a lot about that. I think this will work. I don't have a way to test it really, but the other option would be to take the thing off of this and put it on my zipper and just not even worry about that this time, which might be the way to go. Even though I already bought the stuff just in case, if I can take it off of this, I'll just do that. I'll be totally fine. It'll be easier. But I learned a lot about how to replace the zipper piece itself and like what goes into it. And I found some videos talking about how to measure the teeth to understand like the size of the zipper pull that you needed and everything. And one went into like all the details about what each part of the zipper is called and everything. And I was like, I've learned so much more about zippers than I realized I needed. So it was good information for next time, because I do think it's really fun to be able to get like my own zipper pulls and stuff. And some of them do just come with like the whole zipper, like zipper head piece or whatever, and not just like the pull to attach to the existing zipper piece, you know? So there's that. And then my buttons came in for the, it's for the,
custom waist tabs.
Yeah. I was like, what is that thing around your wrist?
I was waiting to see if you would get it. I didn't want to just like throw it out there. And I was like,
she did
no,
not
it's
get
late.
it.
I'll help. She did not, in fact, have the words.
I got these zippers from Etsy. I should actually grab their information. Okay.
Lexi cans. Put them up here. Lexi.
Okay. The zipper pull came from Fabric Stash Treasures on Etsy. And they have a lot of like different like fandom things like fabrics and, you know, the zipper pulls and a few other things. So I definitely recommend not just Star Trek, but there was also like Star Wars was in there. There might have been like some Doctor Who and, you know, some other things. I don't remember all of them because I was really focused on like the Star Trek thing, but I know they had a lot of different things on their shop, so I definitely recommend checking them out. That's Fabric Stash Treasures. And then the buttons I'm about to show came from Oddborn, also on Etsy. And these were 3D printed. And it's like a black, like a pearl, I guess, or something. It's not gonna focus very well cover my face. So it's like the little like Ouija board thing, and it had the eye on it.
Planchet.
And then yeah, and I chose like a black filament because I wanted something that was gonna go with the outer fabric. Because it will be sitting on, you know, the outside. So if it's on a waist tab, it'll be like, you know, down here or whatever. So it'll be against this fabric, but I wanted it to be a nod to the inner fabric as well. And so it kind of matches the like the eyes that you can see in here too and everything. Yeah. So I just thought it was really, really fun. So I got these buttons. I'm excited about them.
They're really pretty. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I found their shop.
Yeah, Oddborn was really nice because they had a lot of different button options, and like you can pick from so many different filament colors and like variegated filaments and stuff, and it was really cool. And I mean, it shipped super fast for me, so that was really nice too. So yeah, so those were the last things I needed for my jacket to be able to do like those finishing touches. I'm not at that point of needing them yet, but I wanted to make sure I had them because as soon as I finish the jacket, or at least get to the hand stitching, because I know that can take some time. But if I want to do like more sewing, I'll probably move it onto my next project and leave the hand stitching for like sitting on the couch watching the show or something. So I'll move into my shirts after that, but yeah, that's the progress I made. That's it for me. It was just those two projects. I talked a lot about them, but it was really only two that I really made progress on this week. I probably knit a couple rows on my Hey Sailor at some point during the week, and I started planning my square crochet squares, but I didn't actually do any sewing or weaving in of ends on that, so there's no progress there. I took a week off from it. I was so tired of looking at them.
I get that. For my jacket, I'm still on the back, that seam that you were talking about. I'm still on that point with the leather. Well, I have to do it on both, but I kind of stopped when I had issues with the leather. Because it was like fine, it was all pinned. So like I had like all the, not pinned, but the clips. I got the clips, and I had the walking foot, I have the leather needle, like I had all the things, but it's still kept, I think because it's such a soft leather, there's no grip. And so it would just like slide. It didn't matter how I held it or how many clips I had. So I got some like clothing adhesive, which is meant to be for like your clothes for, you know, whatever you're wearing. But I thought maybe if I stuck that in like where the clips are to help, and maybe on the other side, so it's not going to get sewn in, but it'll kind of help grip it together and feed it through. So I'm gonna try that and see. And then I think part of it too is wasn't even thinking about the tension, and I think I need to loosen the tension. I think that was another thing. I looked it up and I was like, "Ugh, duh, I didn't even look at it." Like, and it was probably from my knit fabric. It had to be like a high tension, like yeah.
One of
So
the most
I think that was
frustrating
part of it
things.
too.
One of the most frustrating things about sewing is I forget about the tension all the time, and then I'm like, why does this just feel like a little bit off with the stitches? And then I realize later, I'm like, typically you're supposed to adjust the tension for the fabric that you're using, and I never touch the tension. Ever.
Yeah,
So
never ever. Well, and because I think usually we're using like such a common fabric that like it's fine on like a mid-level tension, and like you can just use that for most fabrics. But then you and I are like, kind of want to experiment, but that also means we have to experiment with the tension. But because we never have to mess with it, you forget it's there. It's just a pretty little knob that just like sits there and it's like out of the way.
yeah.
So it didn't cross my mind, and I was like, oh, that probably would help to like change that. So I think I have some solutions. I'm gonna get some test fabric so I don't put any more holes in my leather, because I've had to seam rip and I don't want to keep doing that on my leather. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll work out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The fleece is really easy to work with. It's just like I just get bits of it everywhere when I work with it, so I've just got to like clean it up a bit.
Can I
like we were talking
make a
about, like, some tape or
recommendation
something.
for once you finish this project? And
What's
this
that?
is going to be a do as I say, not as I do moment, okay? When you've
Okay.
finished your jacket and you're done sewing with your fleece, your minky fabric, clean out your sewing
Mhm.
machine. Like, remove the plate,
Yeah.
clean out your sewing machine. And I only say this because I know this stuff gets stuck in there when you have an especially like floofy fabric, and I am terrible about cleaning it out. But I was fixing my bobbin thing before I started sewing this next project, and I when I opened it up, I was like, I should probably clean this more often. And I just saw
Yeah.
Mimi G Style and Brittany J Jones, two sewers I follow on YouTube, and they both did like we're talking about cleaning their machines out. I'm like, I should probably do that more. So I'm just sharing that wisdom
Yeah.
with you, especially with a floofier fabric, one that's shedding a lot more. You're gonna have more in the machine. So just my recommendation. And for anybody else who's watching, if you have a sewing machine, haven't cleaned it out in a while, maybe this weekend, getting ready to start a new project,
You know,
clean it out first. Your machine
I
will
do
thank you.
appreciate the reminder. I also saw like the part, I don't even know what it's called, but the part that you hook the thread on before it goes down to the needle, you know, like it goes down up in the hook and then down to the needle. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it would make sense if you saw it on a sewing machine. There's just a lot of like feeding the thread through things. But I happened to notice in there it was a little dusty, and I was like, I should probably clean that. I don't know where like the cover is for my sewing machine, so it just like dust, which I hate, but anyway, yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm gonna try to remember, because that, I mean, I make Steve laugh every single time I walk in there while I'm sewing. He's like, sewing again? I'm like, yes, because I've got pink fuzz all over my pants. He just knows. It's hard not to notice that though. But yeah, I appreciate that. So anyway, so that's where I'm at on my sewing. I didn't do anything during the week because I knew I was waiting for a couple things for that like adhesive stuff, and also I kind of just want to take my time with it on the weekend, since it was getting a little frustrating. I didn't want to start it for like a short amount of time after work when I'm already tired. So I figured it was just best to just wait until the weekend when I can get my whole setup and do all the things all at once. Because it's a very frustrating setup because it's all right here. And I have to shimmy around this corner to get out and then to get back in. And then I had my ironing board here at my feet. And then I would push the sewing machine back on my little table. I would put the ironing board, it's a small one, so I put it on top of the table and then just press carefully on that. And then I'd set the iron here away from everything and carefully go around it when I needed to like pause or like pick a new show or, you know, whatever. It's a whole ordeal, but it's the space I've got. And
you know, if you
my
have
goodness,
your
I'm
video,
gonna make it work.
if you have your video as like the active window, you should be able to just like tap the space bar.
I always forget that's the thing until something accidentally hits it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that because it'll pause whenever I'm watching.
I do it all the time, but
So
mostly because
try
I
to
also
remember.
watch on my iPad. So like I have my iPad on like the case has a keyboard, you know. So like when I'm like pinning or ironing and I need to like pause it so I can catch up, I have to hit the I don't have to, but I've gotten into the habit of hitting the space bar because it's faster than like tapping on the screen and trying to get it. So that's been my habit. So even when I pull something up on the computer. So
I need to remember.
You know, for your safety.
Iron was
space
hot.
Bar. The other day I was
not...
ironing and I was on like the Taylor ham or whatever. And so I was going around a curve. So I was going like this and it wasn't like that close to me, but you know, the heat just kind of like went around and up. So it was like coming up to Kirby here. And I was like, starting to get really itchy now.
Oh my goodness.
So I
need to get one of those little ham things.
You can also make them. There's videos on YouTube of how to make them with like your scrap fabrics. If you have like a flannel and like probably like a cotton, and I don't know what goes inside, but you should definitely take a look and see if it's something you can make yourself. I don't think it's very expensive, but if you have the scraps already, I think it's very doable. I just don't know what goes inside the Taylor's ham or whatever, so I would definitely take a look at that.
Maybe I'll research that because I do have a lot of extra from my pants that I will show off here shortly. So I might be able to use that. I'm also not... I decided to just trim the seams of my jacket, like of the fabrics, and just leave it at that because they are such delicate fabrics. If I trim them down, they sit well enough that I don't think it'll be too bulky. Rather than risking, especially the leather, I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to put heat on. I might look into it more this weekend because I haven't like attached anything, but I was kind of thinking just trim them, but I'm gonna see because now I have the scraps of my pants and it's a thick enough fabric that I think it should protect it pretty well. So I'm gonna try that on some scraps that I have of the leather and the faux. And
I mean, I've been pressing the seams like I'm supposed to on mine too, but that like polar fleece or whatever that I have doesn't actually press very well. So like that's why I have the clips right here, is because I pressed the seam and I was like, that's not gonna stay and I'm not gonna see it again. So I clipped it where it needs to be so like I can keep that. But anything else that I need to press, it doesn't really hold. Like it does a little something, but it's not gonna hold forever. So
yeah,
it is what
that's
it is.
That's why I figured if it's like trimmed down, I mean, I kind of feel like that'll do the trick because even my pants, like this fabric wouldn't press very well in some spots. It's all gonna be
on the inside anyway, so as long as it's not laying in a way that's gonna bother you while you're wearing it, you're the only one who's gonna
overly
know.
Bulky. Yeah. So I might experiment with it, but I kind of was like, well, at least if I trim it down so it's like shorter, like both of them, like it'll be fine. And it's really just the fleece that I'm worried about because the leather is so thin. Not like
I had a suggestion, but with your leather, it might not work as well. I was gonna say if you did want to make sure everything kind of lays flat or like the seams are open, you could stitch on either side of your original seam to keep everything laying flat, and then you would have this like decorative seam. But that feels like a lot, and with already finicky fabric, it may just not be worth it, but an option for the future.
Keep it up here in the noggin. But on that note of sewing, y'all, I was too lazy to change into these today, because I was very cozy.
No,
was
you
in my
had
Friday
a plan.
To be lazy. Yes. No. No, we talked about it because I was like, should I change into them? But I'll wear these on Sunday so you can get like a really good like on me view. But I made the Audrey cigarette pants, and they turned out so nice. Like, look at these pockets, and they have like, they're gonna be hard to see because it's like dark fabric, but there's like a mesh in here, a mesh. It's like a power mesh. I've never ever in my life seen that before in a sewing pattern. Not that I've made that much in the way of pants.
Often used in like sportswear and undergarments is where I've seen it. I've never actually worked with it myself, but that's where I've seen it.
It was actually really easy. Now, she had a video, and I basically just like started and stopped the video as I was like sewing each part. So I didn't even like go through the little booklet of the instructions, but only because like I needed the visual of how to do the pocket stay, because it's supposed to keep the pockets from like flaring out, because it basically connects between the two in the front. It's like one solid piece. So the construction was a little bit, I wouldn't say tricky necessarily. It just takes you a second to get everything oriented again once you've sewn like each side together. Like, it just takes a minute to like make sure you have the right pieces pinned. But it came together really nicely. The pockets are, I mean, they're so like, look at that. Steve was like, they're like men's pockets, and I was like, I know, isn't it fantastic? And then it's an elastic waist, and you actually stitch the elastic to the top, but only on that back, the inside, not on the outside, so it keeps it together. And then I've got some nice pleats in the back that worked out really nicely. I will say I had a little bit of trouble with this fabric because it is like, it's a good thick fabric, but it has enough stretch that there were places here and there that like gave me a little bit of trouble, like skipping stitches, and I'd have to like go here, just because it is like a little stretchy. But I made it work. I will say that now that I know together, I would definitely like crop this part a little bit. It actually has like a line in the pattern where you can add or take out like length here. And it's just a little too high-waisted for me. But I wasn't gonna know how I felt about it until I made them. And I was like, well, I'm sure they're gonna be like pretty okay. Granted, she probably had measurements somewhere in there that like gave, but like I kind of just have to do and see what happens. That's just how I do it. But they are so comfortable. I immediately washed them and wore them to work the next day. Because I finished these Tuesday. I stayed home from work. I had sugar issues all night. So I just, even in the morning as I was sending the email, my sugar dropped very low. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I just stayed home because I was like, I can't work like this. And then of course my body was like, no, actually you're fine. But I don't know until it happens. But anyway, so then I just was like, well, I'm home and I'm just trying to like keep my body happy. So I just sat around and sewed, and I finished this before like 6 p.m. I think. Like, so this took me like 6 hours to make. I woke up at noon, you guys. It was wonderful. So I need to adjust the height here just a little bit. Probably it's excuse me, probably about 2 inches. Like, I think if I flip this waistband down, I think it's at the perfect height. And this is a 2-inch, approximately 2-inch waistband. So if I just took 2 inches off here, I think it's perfect. And then also I need to kind of take in the legs a little bit more because it's supposed to be more like a skinny pant, and these are more like a cut on me. And you can see I like by the cat hair, but it's just a simple like hem underneath. And again, I could have tried them on and seen that and adjusted for it, but I didn't want to. But again, they're very comfortable. They're loose, but not like horribly loose in like an uncomfortable way. They fit just right around my hips, which is what I wanted primarily, and like the waist isn't too tight. It's actually it's perfect. So just a couple things I would adjust for my next pair of pants to make them more like the silhouette that she had in mind or that she's wearing. But I'm very proud of these pants, and even Steve was like impressed. He was like, it's not like a style or like a fabric that I like, but they look like nice like work pants. And I was like, thank you, that's what they're supposed to be. So he appreciated it. So I will be wearing those on Sunday, so you guys can get a little view. And then since we were running a little bit late, I came home and was watching a couple videos and immediately got to work on my cardigan because I have been so close to finishing all the decreases. And now I'm at the point of finishing like the underarms, the Kitchener, like the grafting them together, and then doing the button band. And that's it. So here it is. Let me get this in the right direction, you guys. So this is the cardigan. Here, let me give a little bit of a visual, because I tried this on and I was like, I have a sweater. I have a cardigan. It's a little weird because, like I said, the underarms still need done, and of course I don't have the button band, but like oh, Lexi's not getting on that. So yeah, it's like the perfect length. The sleeves are like the perfect length. They'll probably change a little bit once I do like this like cinch it up, but that's okay. And then I have the pockets to add on here. So I was watching the video just before we hopped on here of doing the stitching these together, so that since they're uneven stitch counts, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that tonight because I'm gonna mess it up. And then she says to block it, and I'm impatient, so my iron has like the steam thing. I might do like a steam blocking just to like kind of even everything out. We'll see. I will reevaluate tomorrow because I'm sure it's better if I do a wet block, but I don't want to. But regardless, like, look at this like raglan sleeve, everybody. Like this beautiful like little thing here, and it turned out so nice, and I can't wait for it to be done. And it'll have like the nice little button band. It's gonna be like a nice little like v-neck situation. And then when we go to our Fiber Fest, I'll get buttons. I mean, I do have buttons, but I don't know if I want them. I'll have to evaluate, because I did find buttons I've had like for ages. So anywho, this is gonna be so warm and cozy, and I cannot wait for it to be done. Yeah. What helped is that I had a couple students come in for open lab, and they were just looking through the microscope, like they just needed a little extra time because microscopes are tricky when you first use them, like trying to like zoom in and focus on the bacteria and find it on the slide and everything. So I was just there for help, and everything else that I had to do was not something that I could start and stop if they needed my help, which a lot of times they do. They're like, hey, can you come look or help me find it, or whatever. um so oftentimes I just knit during that time. I don't have grading, I don't have administrative things of that nature that like faculty do, so I just knit. It's easy to start and stop. So I made so much progress, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might actually get this done. And then you were still at your appointment, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might actually get this done. Like, I'm gonna do it. And I did. So I just have like those last two little bits, and that will be done. I say little bits, that button band is probably gonna take me a good bit more time, but not as long as like the body did, like sewing all that together.
How do you do the button band? Is it like an applied, like, are you knitting up this way, or are you picking them all up and doing like a rib out? Does that make sense?
I think she just said in her podcast that, I know you're picking up stitches. I think she said it's a vertical button band.
Because I think what you would do if it's like if you're knitting up and it's like an applied button band, like a double knit button band, you would pick up all the stitches in almost like an I-cord. You would knit your like row, and you would just keep knitting like one stitch, like a knit two together to attach it to the edge of your knitting as you go up.
Okay. I think I kind of understand.
When you're going, do you remember my purple t-shirt with like the drawstring where I was knitting like the bands, and it was taking forever because I was knitting like stitches this way? So I had like all the stitches picked up around my neck or like the sleeves, but I was knitting like this way going across. So I had like
a little bit, yeah.
I had like, let's say 6 stitches that I would knit across, and then on the last stitch I would knit 2 together with the one on my project on my neckline. So it would keep that strip of knitting that I was working on attached to my neckline. It'll make sense when you see it, but it sounds like that's what you're doing. That's why it's an applied button band, because you are knitting the band, but you're simultaneously attaching it to the edge with the stitches that you've picked up. Because that's what you do with an I-cord edge as well. You're knitting the I-cord, but you're doing like a knit 2 together at the end to like attach it to your live stitches. So you're just like working the whole thing simultaneously. I don't know if you've done an I-cord. I can visualize it because I've done it before, but I realize if you've never done it, like that sounds super confusing. But I promise you, like, once you're
haven't we done it for the? Doesn't she have that for the edging on some things I've done, like the traveler, all the traveler things? I-cord edging. I'm sure it's a little different.
The traveler might have had I-cord edging somewhere. She has done it before. I know I've worked it, but I don't know if it was on Andrew Mowry patterns specifically. But it's a very popular approach to the button band, like an alternative to the kind of sideways ribbing that you normally do. But I think it'll actually look really nice if it is the double knit button band, because I have done that before and it turns out very nice.
Actually, she does have a photo here, and I think that's what it is it's vertical. Yeah, it is a vertical. She just put out a video for it too, so I'll probably watch that as well to get kind of a better understanding. Um, it makes me a little nervous, but that's also why I was like, don't rush it, Jen. Like, just because I was like, maybe I could like do the Kitchener thing like now, and then like I can start. And I was like, just wait till tomorrow. Because while I have done a button band before, it hasn't been this one. So I'm just gonna take it one sentence at a time, because sometimes my brain is like seeing all these like pick up and then break yarn and join yarn, and it like it skips over all like everything, and it's like that's a lot of things to do when it's really not. It's like it makes sense. I just skip over facts, and I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it'll be easier than it seems at this point in time. We shall figure it out. But I'm excited. It's basically a cardigan at this point. So oh, she does recommend steam blocking, so I could steam block it.
So you'll probably have done this weekend.
Depends what I decide to focus on tomorrow, because if I decide to focus on the cardigan, it's quite possible I could finish it. Unless I get distracted, which is very likely. But also sewing is, I need to catch up to you on that jacket, you see. So we'll see. But it will certainly be done by our birthday. It's really not that far away, is it? It's like,
it's not. It's coming up very quickly.
Weeks. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so sewing may need to take a back seat for the moment so I can get this done, because that was the goal, is get it done by day so I can wear it out. So, but I don't think it'll, like, even if I focus on that first, I don't think it'll take that whole time to get done. Like, it really be fairly easy. So anyway, that is the progress. I just got an email that some of my other patterns have shipped, because I got the ones that I bought from So Liberated. I got those printed and sent out. I don't have fabric or full plans for them yet, but I was like, at least I'll have that done. I'll have those printed. Because they're all quite versatile, and especially with the warmer weather coming, I thought it would be good to have some options for that. And since I'm not working on my cardigan at the moment, I picked these back up, these socks, and I am just finishing the cuff. This is the second. I literally just had, it's right next to me. This is the first sock. So I'm working on the cuff and then I'll on here. So I've got a lot of progress to make on it, but it's gonna be nice and cozy when it's done. So pick that back up because it was an easy project, and I still have my nice cozy socks, but I didn't want to work on them this time because the color gets on my hands, and I didn't want that during stream. I didn't want to have a Mulan moment, you know, where it probably wouldn't, but like my brain is like, but it could. So yeah, it just makes me a little anxious. Bless you. Bless you, I say.
Thank
you. But yeah, I think that is it. And I think now, do you think should we hop in, or do we just want to sit here and craft?
Y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I sat there and I was like, could we sit here and craft? But like, we did promise some gameplay. We are here for some gameplay.
Are we though? Do we
It's a
have
crafting kind of day.
to? Just kidding. I actually am really excited for it, but it is a crafting kind of day. But books are relaxing too, and we need more ideas for our shelves, for sure.
Yeah, let me make sure I grab my notebook. A handy dandy notebook.
Be ready.
Okay. So we get our book recommendations. I do appreciate that this game does have like mostly real books, so I can write things down. I'm gonna be real sad going through this list and I realize that some of them aren't real, but that's okay. That's okay. Now we know.
That's all right.
Do you have the game up?
I'm getting it up now, yeah. I also wanted to let you know, last night I ran out of shows to watch because they're either on a hiatus or I'm just waiting for the new episode to drop. So I started the Mr. Lemoncello's whatever. That was the book that we saw, and I watched
the library one. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so it was kind of cute, right? Like I wasn't like mad about it, but I also was like, but it got to a point where it was less escape room and more just like chaos ensued, and I was like, but I wanted them to solve puzzles. Like
I was also ready for more puzzles, I think, than like what was shown. I don't know if that's a difference between the book and the movie or anything. I think it was still adorable, but I agree. I also sat there and I was like, so you're telling me this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but this came out in when did it
2017.
It's been a few years. So guys, tune out for a second if you actually want to watch it, but it's also very like children coded. So
it's from Nickelodeon. Yeah,
I sat there and I was like, so you're telling me you have like the highest tech library I have ever seen in my entire life, and you are bested because you use skeleton keys to operate everything? I'm just saying.
And then okay, more spoilers a little bit if you don't want to listen, but he sees the kids are in trouble or potentially in trouble, you know, they're struggling. He's like, I have to go help them, and he gets in the elevator. My God, it took him forever to get to, like, they already saved themselves by the time he got to them.
Okay, one more complaint. Okay, they go into these little like story-based areas, and if y'all are curious what we're talking about, we're trying not to give too many spoilers because even though it's been out for a while, I'm always afraid of like giving something away for people who wanted to watch it. So if you're interested, please go watch it. It is adorable. But they went into these like areas, and so like once they were all out of their designated zones, all of a sudden, like, they were a danger. But I'm sitting there like, but you just sent them into, like, the area for, like, mysteries, for example. Like, were they not dangerous? What makes them not dangerous there, but, like, dangerous there? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. So.
Yeah.
It was adorable, though. It was a Nickelodeon.
It's cute.
Movie. It was cute. It was like one of those things that probably would have been like super cool if we watched it as a kid, sort of like when we're watching like some of the Disney Channel original movies, like Can of Worms or something
under
like
the
that.
Bed. Oh my gosh.
Iconic. But
So
I feel
good.
like if we watched it again, it wouldn't hold up. And I feel like this is something where like as a kid it would have been so cool, but like watching it now, especially as an adult, we're just like, it's just like corny cute.
It's whatever. Yeah. I did that with Don't Look Under the Bed, where I watched it fairly recently, within the last few years, because I was like, I remember we used to love it. I want to like relive that. And I was like, it's still adorable, but like, man, is it cheesy. Like it just, and like the effects, like I don't know.
It's
It's
the
just, I
same
mean, that
thing
was
watching the
Disney at the
Lizzie
time.
McGuire movie. Like, we held it
Yeah.
to such a high level.
To
Like,
this
it was
day,
just
honestly.
top tier. And I watched it again with Jared very recently. I think a streamer that was it Miss Kylie on Twitch had like it wasn't on Twitch. I think it was in her Discord where like we had a movie night and we were watching it together. And yeah, so we ended up watching those, whatever it was, we ended up watching the Lizzie McGuire movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this movie is like so amazing. I love it. The music is so good. You're gonna love it. And we started watching it and I was like, some of these lines are super corny hearing them now, and I'm just like, this was like top tier dialogue, okay? When we were watching it initially, it was amazing, and now I'm watching it, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
some of these lines were not like
Same
a little
thing.
cringe, but like the music was still
Yeah.
on point. So good. 10 out of 10.
I've seen a lot of like TikTokers too that are like criticizing like the dance moves and like all that stuff. And I'm like, I see it now, but you have to understand that like back then, like that was top tier at the time.
That
like,
it was
yes,
the same as
things
like
have
the
changed.
Cheetah Girls. It was the Lizzie McGuire movie. It was like
High School
literally anything.
Musical.
Yeah,
Like,
it was all
yeah.
the same. It all came out of the same era. It was just of its time. And so like watching it now, I realized it doesn't all hold up the same way. But like people criticizing it now have to keep that in mind. That's why I'm watching Star Trek the original series, which came out in the 60s, and I have to do that a lot where I'm like questioning things that are happening. I'm like, this was in the 60s, like, you know, at the time they were doing a lot of like brand new things for the show. And so from that perspective, I'm like, this is amazing. But from like coming to it after watching all of the other Star Treks, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's that kind of thing. You just have to keep in mind like the time period that it was in too. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have your game up?
Okay. Yes. I'm ready to share the screen when you are.
Okay, let me see if I can transition over first. Yes, share your screen.
Okay, sharing.
Okay. I could have done that a lot better, sorry guys, but I was actually really afraid that my Stream Deck wasn't going to work, so I was trying to like do it ahead of time because it asks me to sign in like 50 million times and I don't know why. So just
it'd be like that sometimes.
Technology. Right.
Well.
But oh, I gotta get our cameras back up. You guys can't even see me giving you looks. Aha. Okay. There we go.
For some reason. It's okay. I may need to run to the bathroom real quick. Let me see what we have going on first, though.
I like how you're just like, I know that we've just finally gotten into the game, but now I'm gonna leave you to entertain everyone, even though you have no control over this game.
Yeah, my body likes to do that to you. It's not my fault. It's my body's fault. That'll hold up in court. I've just been very thirsty, and so, you know, drinking a lot of fluids, which is good, but also bad. Okay, let's see. What day are we on? Oh, we have the waterfront fish market today. Okay, that's good. Good that I looked because I was like, oh, maybe we'll like do the castle ruins. No, we won't. No, we won't. We'll do the fish market.
What's the green on the 5th?
Orientation week ends. I wonder if we have to do anything special. What's that? Cruise ship departs. When does it... Oh, we missed Mega Savings Day. Oh, that's because orientation started and that was spot. That's okay. It's every Sunday. What's this? Cruise ship arrives. That should be interesting. Fear Fest. Ooh, that's exciting. I like that. Spooky ooky. Okay. So that's at Waterfront that we need. And I'm gonna do my usual clear everything. And what else here? Travel and fact. So we're gonna do kids there. We're gonna do travel and fact. Actually, no, I want to do a few more. Okay. And then we'll go into our classics. Fantasy. Drama. And rhyme. Okay. That is fairly equal. Okay. We'll do this day, this market, and then I might run. Have you seen that impact? Oh no, that was me! Judging by the angle, it must have been those old pirates at the old castle. Blast it all, I hope someone repairs that roof before the next rain. And it better not be me. Right, I guess you're busy with them books and whatnot. See you around. Guys, I shot the cannon.
Wait, is that where it landed?
I'm sorry,
Cannon.
Walt. He will never. No, it wasn't me. We saw there. Nothing happened. Look, I haven't even been over there. Like, there's no witnesses. Like,
there's a cannon up there. That sounds so dangerous. You know, like
yeah.
anything could
Who
happen.
on earth would play with that? Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I know who we're dealing with, but I saw the fishing net and I didn't even read what it was. I just saw the picture and I was like, a cookie.
Pasta.
You went different directions, but both food based.
Well,
neither of which. I thought cookie first, but I do see where it's like all one sided, where it could be like meatballs or something, and like spaghetti.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I probably because like it's on my monitor and not, you know, being shared with you, I can see the lines on it a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, it always just looks like a spaghetti and meatballs situation. Yeah. Either way, it does not look like a fishing net. Okay, are you selling, or are you... No, you're not. Okay, wait. Alright, what else? Just open up to cobwebs. I forgot I had those. Peppers! You wanna play? Roll over! Guess he doesn't... Oh. Okay, we need coffee. We need music. And... Can I feed him the fish? It won't let me. That's fine, whatever. I didn't want to feed it to him anyway. Okay. What's the catch of the day? Give me a book about plants or rocks or animals. As long as it's about nature, I'm interested in fact books. The complete illustrated encyclopedia of birds of the world is one of my all-time favorites. That title is a mouthful. And I am pretty sure that's a legit book, like that's a real book. But it's a mouthful. Just put it out there. But okay. Recipes. Therapies. Physics for babies.
I'll start young.
You know, never too young. Cute and creative bakes to make you smile. It's so cute. On the natural flora of Buxtonborough. That's
probably going to be a good
it's
one.
definitely a contender. Yeah. I want to see what else we have. But that's definitely, like, it sounds like exactly what they're looking for. Architecture. Radium Girls that contains graphic descriptions of medical conditions. While I'm intrigued, that is not.
I feel like
that's not
heard of this book.
I feel like yeah. I feel like I've been interested in it for a while, but it's like I hear of it and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, and then I kind of forget about it because at the end of the day, it's not my normal read, so it doesn't stick in my mind as easily. But it is intriguing. Like if there was like a documentary about it, I'd probably be more to that than to read it. That's just how my brain works. And this is my Angelou, and I don't know if I'll find anything in travel. More lifestyle. I wouldn't call that nature exactly. I'm gonna go with this one.
I think that's gonna be a good one, yeah.
Laura. Yeah. Our environment is so beautiful. Thanks for coming! Oh my gosh, the skeleton head moves, and I love that. I didn't notice that before. And oh, hi! Your shop looks so lovely today. Although you could use a few more plants if you ask me. I think we could. Can I ask, do you have a favorite plant? Succulent, Strophanthus, Cyanus? I don't know. Or garlic. You know, I like to eat garlic. And what is that? Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if y'all can see.
Commonly known as sand for. Okay, so we're looking at the middle one, the Strophanthus Cyanus. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I haven't gotten that far in my reading yet. It's commonly known as sand forest poison rope. So it's got a flower, and it looks like a really pretty flower, and then it looks like it has like tendrils that kind of like curl down, almost like you've curled a ribbon on a present or something like that. Is it wait, I'm Wikipediaing this.
Historically used by tribes for arrow poison and in traditional medicine for heart conditions, though scientific evidence for many uses is lacking. Can I grow this, please? This sounds delightful to grow. Not because it can be used for a poison, you guys. That's just a coinky dink. But it is actually, it's really pretty.
This is up to 15 meters or 50 feet long, with a stem diameter
Look at that, guys.
up to 4 inches or 10 centimeters.
It's got like curly, like spiny things. Okay, I'm gonna put that one down.
Okay, but I want to get more information because when it says that it's used for like arrow poison, what part of it is poisonous?
That's true. That would be be curious.
Like, do you have to do
And-
something to it to get the poison? Is it like on its own? If I think it's too big to be able to grow in your backyard. But you know, like if you had one. Zulu
asking for a
uses
friend, you
term
guys.
because it's
Asking for a friend.
I just like to have options, you know?
It's called
In,
gaining knowledge.
in,
We're learning about culture way back when.
in a
just learning about our
post-apocalyptic
past.
world where zombies roam free, I may want to have options. Okay? Okay.
That's true. I'm not gonna live long during an apocalyptic situation like that, but I'll do what I can in the time that I have. Okay. Anne. Sand forest poison rope? Wow, you really know your stuff, huh? It's a beautiful plant for sure, but also very toxic, so you might want to keep it out of reach of customers and pets. Thanks so much for indulging me. It was so much fun to talk botany with you. I really needed that. We should do it again sometime, alright? See you soon! Poor behemoth can't be near that plant. Lovely weather. I'm not put off by outdated books, and I quite enjoy cooking. I can't get enough of Round the World in 80 Dishes. Okay, we had a cookbook. Do we still have it? Wait. Oh no, did they buy it? Oh, they bought it. Okay, An Explorer's Guide to Georgetown? Explore its history, indulge in local cuisine, and soak up the vibrant lifestyle. I'm gonna do that one. Never would have looked there. Sounds delicious. Obviously. I know my stuff.
Also, the only before you read that, the only information I found on the plant without doing any searches, it would put me on a list somewhere. Is basically it's poisonous if eaten. So I'm going to assume that that would be any part of the plant, the petal, the leaf. So this would include like kids or pets that would, you know, chew on it or something like that. So I would just assume any part of it is poisonous. So like the plant itself is fine to have, but you wouldn't want it to be in a house.
Do not ingest.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't
With,
really
say,
Google further, like I said, without being put on a list. So I will not.
I'll get put on the list. I might already be on the list. Who knows? I've looked up some weird stuff. All
I'm
in the
just
name of
very
research.
curious.
You know, we have questions. We need answers.
Usually when a
to it.
plant is poisonous like that, it's usually like it's the leaves.
It's like a portion
or
of it.
It's like the petals. If you like ate the petals or something like that, that would be poisonous, or you know, something to that effect. But it doesn't really say for this plant anywhere, so I'm gonna assume the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, it's very pretty though.
It is. It is very pretty. I didn't know it existed.
I kind of want it now. It would never survive though. Can't even keep my winterberry plant alive. I'm trying so hard though. It's not for lack of trying this time. It's on my desk. I see it. I water it every day. It just...
Maybe it doesn't need watered every day.
Well, I've got that, like, what's it called? That thing that sticks into the dirt and you put water in the water globe type thing. So it's very gradual. I just had to get it to a point where, like, the soil was moistened all the way through for it to, like, actually work as intended. Like...
Some plants thrive when the dirt is like a little bit on the drier side, though. So maybe it's still.
This one it said to keep it. This one said to keep it moist, like keep it.
They're not like drying out the dirt, but it's also not going to be like freshly watered. Kind of damp either.
I'll have to look again. I put food in there for it, like plant food in the dirt. And I have that. And I have like the light thing, and I have it on like 3 hours a day. I might even extend that, but like, I don't know. I think too, because I got it and then I was gone, and I didn't have all the things I needed to care for a plant on my work desk. So I don't know. But I know it said that it loses its leaves in the winter. Like, it's just a thing that it does. So, and that's a lot of what's happening, is all the leaves are kind of falling off and the berries right up. So I'm hoping that's all it is, but I don't know. It's supposed to be okay indoors, but it is primarily an out plant. We have too many stray cats. I don't want to put it outside and have them like nibble on it. Anyway, I'm trying so hard to be a good plant mom, but it's just not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I'm trying. But anywho, Tildy. Ugh, your ramp can be quite steep, you know. Well, it's not just that. I suppose I'm stiff because I've been neglecting my exercise programs lately. Don't blame me for that. Game just froze. I'm just not the type for it. It's frustrating and difficult and so dull. I feel you, girl. But it's considerably better and more effective than taking dozens of painkillers, I guess. My arthritis isn't going away anytime soon, after all, so I have to take better care of the old hip. Yes, that will be my goal for the day. I'll leave you to your work then, but don't forget to rest. I'll never forget when I volunteered for our school's graduation. And basically I was just punching their tickets to show that they like did indeed come in with a ticket, you know, like a whole thing.
Help request.
And
I'm listening, but
thank you. And the sweetest little lady came in, and she needed to sit somewhere, and so we like got a chair for her. And it was towards the end of like everybody coming in because the ceremony was about to start, and she was just waiting on a family member. And they had the tickets or something, so she had to wait. And she's one of those little ladies that just, if she's near you, she's gonna talk to you. And I kid you not, she was talking to me about her hip and had me feel her hip because it was just bone on bone. Like, it was just like solid. Like, there was nothing there. It was just like bone. Like, you could like punch it and it would hurt your hand. I wasn't gonna punch it, but like, I'm just saying it was like solid. Like, she had me feel it. And I was like, I feel so awkward right now, but like, she was so nice about it. And like, her husband had like then come over with her at that point, and like, I think he just laughed at her. And then like, her son finally came in with the tickets and just like laughed and was like, Mom, you don't have to tell everybody. Like, she's just it was adorable. And just Tildy talking about her hip like just reminded me, because I that was just, what a moment. And then like, I was just meeting a lot of these people that I was volunteering with, because I don't see them in the day to day, and also fairly new. And I looked at the one dude, because we like hit it off and we were like joking and around and stuff when we could, and I was like, dude, what just happened? Like, it was so fun. Anyway, so that's my little story. Anyway, back to books. What's the catch of the day? I like historical settings, and I wouldn't mind something like a thriller. I can't get enough of Dracula. Okay, those are all three. Okay, so Dracula is kind of historical, but it's also horror, more on the side of horror. I would say, because I did read that in my English class. That was all horror books. So it was Dracula, it was Frankenstein, it was
I think
Ark.
Dracula was kind of like Frankenstein, where it was like listed as like a gothic horror, gothic thriller, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
So it might be something similar to that kind of vibe too.
Well, let's see. Let's check our classics. None of those are even. Okay, what do we have? Drama. Beowulf. The Pillow Man, horrific stage play. Please bring in short story author Victorian for questioning about a series of brutal murders involving children. Wow. Upon hearing the evidence, Katurian faces the horrifying reality that the murderer has been mimicking the events of his own disturbing fables.
Okay, so I've actually seen
That's
this kind of
potential.
story before, just not like this name. So that's very interesting. I feel like it's, you know, it's a concept. So it'll be interesting. I mean, that might be a good. It's a very short one though. They didn't say anything about short, length or anything like that. But it is a short story. But that could be a good one.
Yeah. It could be. It might also be worth keeping for somebody who might want like a stage play type thing.
That's true. We do get that occasionally, and then we have like one.
Yeah, we have the one. We'll see. Let's see what we have here. Sherlock Holmes. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that would really be a thriller.
This is like kids. The Boxcar Children is kids. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of a mystery, but murder mystery and chilling psychology wine in this pioneering work in the true crime genre. Okay, so I don't know about. I mean,
Capote and Harper Lee. Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like we had this on our shelves before, but I think we just kind of skipped over it because it didn't match like whatever we were looking for.
I also, if I'm pronouncing it, I pronounce it as Truman Capote, but if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please tell me, because I never know if I'm pronouncing these names correctly. It's something that I always like read in my head. And I'm familiar with the author, but I've never actually read their work. So
I feel like everybody kind of takes it a little differently, like how to say it, especially depending on where in the US you are from.
Yeah.
We in the US have a really hard time with words because my God, is English complicated.
Yeah.
Anyway. That has potential because like it is true crime, but it's a historical setting. I would say it could potentially be a thriller. We'll keep looking, but it's got potential, like if nothing else. This is Edgar Allan Poe, a short story whose gruesome nature will linger much longer on your mind.
I don't consider The Cask of Amontillado a thriller. Like, it is, Edgar Allan Poe would be really, really good, and I know it is a short story, but I wouldn't go so far as it's spooky, but it's not really a thriller.
I didn't feel like any of his stuff was necessarily like a thriller type. Like,
no, it just all had spooky vibes. I feel like the Maltese Falcon could be a potential. It doesn't really have like that thriller vibe to it, but it would probably match the historical setting as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have a couple of others that may fit a little bit better.
Do we want to try this one?
We could.
I'm gonna try it. Ooh, yay!
Nice.
Hey, Lexi. Wait, I'm sorry. I said, oh, yay, a little too loud, and she was offended. And now she's cleaning my near cooties off of her. I didn't even touch her, but because I made eye contact, she's got to clean herself. And now she's staring at me. But I only got one eye because I have my laundry basket there because I, of course, didn't fold laundry like I should have tonight. So I see one eye around the pile of laundry. And she was just like, so sorry I was talking about you. Cats, you guys. Cats. Klaus! Hells yeah, ever since I got over my songwriting, there's been so much fresh energy in the band. Lux has been practicing their drumming during our break, and they're absolutely awesome. And Moira brought multiple notebooks full of ideas with her from her travels. You should come by one of our practices sometime. We've been designing loads of album covers and coming up with song names too, so we could use your input. Now all we're missing is an opportunity to play to a proper crowd soon. It's really time that Buxtonbury gets a proper stage. We can't be the only ones craving some live events in this town, right? Actually, I remember there was a kid here recently who was very passionate about live theater. That could be an avenue that would convince the council, right? I think the kid said he likes reading at the lighthouse. Could you stop by there and see if he can help us with this whole stage thing? Going stage diving. Okay. I also want to start spreading the word a bit more. I reckon people are ready to hear about Silence Libre. Here, we made this poster a while ago. Could you maybe hang it up in the shop? The more customers that see it, the better. Calling all fans. Looks like Klaus's band is too underground. Show the poster to local metal fans. Thanks, mate. Wow, I'm kind of hyped up now. I think I'm gonna go back to my guitar straight away. Okay, but like, we only have so much shop space. Like, we got the university map, and everybody has to have decorations. Oh, let me make more coffee. Harper getting the Hunger Games. Please be prepared, Harper. It's gonna hurt your heart.
Wait.
Okay.
Trevor.
What?
Look at how many coins we have.
Hard-boiled hardcovers. Sorry. I mean, we have plenty of books. Let's do it. Let's get the dog bed.
I like it.
Behemoth deserves to be comfortable.
I agree. It's such a good boy.
Oh my gosh. Behemoth is in a sweater.
I know, it's
Stop
so cute.
it. And it matches the bed. Okay. Wait, can I put... There we go. Okay. Should I move it? Should I move it one?
I like that. Because that gives the table more space, so if
Yeah.
that's where, like, the typewriter and the coffee machine are, kind of, like, gives the sense that somebody could, like, stand there.
Yeah. We've got...
My wrist. Over. My wrist. It's fine.
Get it together. You got this. I believe in you.
It's fine. Me over here working with, like, pure wool. It's a good choice. It's fine.
It's fine, everybody. It's fine. But you gotta get to the sleeve separation. I almost said shoulder separation. That's not what it is.
Not for this one.
Klaus likes to knit. I think we discovered that last time.
That's right. Klaus. Buddy.
Bestie.
Knitting club.
Could there be... Honestly, I think there are clubs at a point, but I don't think there's a knitting club, and that's really such a shame.
That's so hurtful.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing really going on today, so...
Is this the number of times we have to visit each one? For like our stamps or something? Did you see that?
Yeah, I think it's the stamps.
Oh, it's how many
like,
stamps
tasks
we've
you've
collected.
accomplished.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Have we been to the castle yet?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, because that's where the,
Oh, is that where the cannon is?
definitely...
That we definitely didn't touch?
I was gonna say, I wouldn't know, because, like, I didn't see a cannon at
Because, like,
all.
what cannon? Why would there be a cannon there?
We were too busy running our shop. I mean...
Yeah, we just set up shop and we're there all day. I mean, somebody's got to make sure people don't steal books, you know?
Exactly. What do we have? Sell 15 drama at the lighthouse. We could do that. Because we also have to talk to, whoever about the stage at the lighthouse. So we could do 2 birds, 1 stone. Try and sell some more drama and get that going. Yeah. Let me first, go get another drink real quick and just run for like a moment. I will be right back, I promise.
Alright. Well, y'all, I am on row 54 of 60. Row 61 is when I do the separation, according to my instructions. So, I'm getting there. I remember to carry my yarn all the way up, and I keep forgetting, and it's not great. So yeah. Hopefully I will actually finish it. That'll be really nice. Not finish the whole sweater, like get to the sleeve split and finish that possibly tonight, or at least get to it tonight. That would be really cool. Mostly because I'm really tired of working on this number of stitches. Like, It's still a lot. Not as many as my Hey Sailor, but it's still a lot. So putting the sleeve stitches on hold will really help make it go a little bit faster. And it's going to be a cropped version of the sweater, so that is going to make it just fly, which is really what I wanted. I just wanted something that I was going to be able to finish quickly so I could feel like I've accomplished something with my knitting, because all of my other projects are just taking a lot longer to make progress on. So this will be really good, like, palette cleanser of sorts before I jump back into my Hey Sailor full force. So I think I'm gonna work on this one, try to finish the sweater, and then focus on the Hey Sailor before I jump back into my other projects. That'll be good. We won't talk about how many projects I actually have that need to be finished. It's best not to ask that. I will probably be casting on more projects throughout the year, because I have a lot of things I want to make, but I'm trying to, like, balance it with finishing some of the things that have been on my needles for a while. Also, because I don't have a lot of needles available anymore for new projects, because they're all in use, so that'll also limit how many new things I can cast on. Yeah, we'll get there. I'm still hoping I'll be able to make enough progress on my Rizzo jacket. Hopefully this weekend, but within the next week, to get to the point of hand stitching so I can move on to machine sewing the button-down shirts that I bought fabric for. I really want to get started with that and make those, because those were super exciting. And I already have the outfits in mind, so I'm really hoping it'll pan out the way I'm envisioning in my head. So I guess we'll see. I thought I saw Jennifer coming back, and then I looked down at my knitting, and I looked up and she was gone, so I might have just, like, hallucinated the whole thing, and I don't know if that's a problem or not, so y'all post in chat if I've just, like, been speaking like gobbledygook the whole time.
I had to say hi to Lexi because she was staring at me expectantly. And then when I went over to give her a smooch, she had the audacity to, like, move away from me. Like, so hurtful. I gave her a little love. But then last night she wanted attention and she tried to essentially sit on my face. So
that sounds about right.
And, like, I was, like, laying there and I was like, okay, I'm not, like, fully tired yet. So, like, I'm gonna lay here in the dark, but, like, I had a game on my phone. I wanted to play just simple little puzzle game, you know, nothing, like, complex. I'm in the middle of a level. It is timed. Okay. And she's sticking her tail over my face. Like, sticking her booty, like, into my cheek. And I'm like, excuse you, that's disgusting. And I tried to give her attention, but I was like, girl, it's time. Give me a minute. Like, so yeah.
Which game are you playing?
This one I just started because I use Cash Kick, to get, like, points or money or whatever, cards and stuff. I don't make much, to anybody who's wondering, but just a way to get, like, a little extra Starbucks or whatever I'm in the mood for. So this one is food. So basically you just have to get, like, 3 matching boxes of food or something. But the one I was playing before that, I'm just at a point where it's like impossible to get to that level to get the next money amount. But it's called Arrow Out. And you're just moving arrows in whatever direction they're pointing to like clear the board. And that, it just so relaxing because it's just, there's no timer. You're just kind of planning your moves, and like it's so relaxing. So relaxing. I'm gonna play that even if I can't get like the money that I want for it, because I think for that I have to get to level like, I missed reaching level 751 by like 150 levels. There was no way. I just didn't have time to get to it. So the next one in 3 days I have to get to level 1001. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make any of these at all. Like there's no way. But I do still intend to play it regardless because it's very fun. Just to lay in bed and do a few puzzles before I go to bed or something. So but yeah, those are the two that I'm playing. Food Sort is the new one that I just was like, oh, I'll give it a try and see. And it's not too bad. It is timed, but still not super stressful, so it's kind of fun. Not super stressful unless you have your cat vying for attention as you are laying in the dark, so. I especially recommend Arrow Out if you would like a nice, cozy puzzle game. I will say there are ads after every game. Of course, there's the option to pay. Oh, I don't have that. Because I don't think ahead like that. I'm just, whatever. But most of them are pretty short. Like, they're like a 5-second ad and then like connect. The only thing I hate is when it's like the Temu ad that like I hit X and it goes to another screen and I have to wait, and then I try to hit X but it's like in such a way that like I miss it and then it goes to a web page and I'm like, I didn't want that. So then I have to go back and I finally hit X and then it takes me to another page that I have to X out. I'm like, come on.
All the ads are like that now. It takes you like 3 separate clicks and like you have to sit and wait for its timer to run out before it'll let you like close it again. You gotta do it like 3 times to get out of it, which is why
I hate it.
An ad blocker is critical, y'all. Critical.
Like, I understand ads and like my water just spilled everywhere. I don't mind sitting through ads for games sometimes, and sometimes I'll do it if like maybe I like an Arrow Out if I made a few mistakes, even if it was just like I kind of button mashed and I hit the arrow I didn't intend. It's like I might watch an ad so that I can like keep playing and I don't lose a life or whatever. That's fine, but like when it's so constant in a game, like certain games especially, it just ruins it for me. Like some games it would be like mid-play, like there was one that was like a look and find type thing, so I'd be like looking and like just about to like tap on what I finally found, like, and then it would give me an ad and I'm like, well, now I've lost it. I've lost my mojo here because you like interrupted the flow. I don't know.
I had a couple of games where when I wasn't using an ad blocker, it would do the same thing. It would like fade into an ad in between, like in the middle of gameplay, and I'm like, this makes me want to throw my phone against the wall. Like, it's one thing to have an ad between levels or something like that, or if I have to like restart, and I'm fine playing an ad when I want to get an extra life. Or when I want, like, special power-ups or stuff. Like, I'll play ads for that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no tomorrow.
But that's
like,
your choice.
You will get your revenue from me for, like, getting an... I'm like, I'm so close to finally beating this level. Like, I know what I need to do now. Give me another life. Yeah. Like, let me keep going. And I'll just, like, play the ad as long as I can. So you get that
Yeah.
for me that way. But when you start bombarding me with ads, I hate it. But it's even worse when it's in the middle of gameplay. Like, whoever thought that would be a good idea, absolutely not. Let's have some words, because that's just, it's so frustrating when you're in the middle of gameplay. You're like strategizing. It's always a little puzzle games, and I'm like, it takes me out of the game. It's not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
And I'll stop right there. So
Yeah.
ad blocker or nothing at this point.
Yeah.
So
I will say era is good because it's only at the end of your game. I haven't noticed it during, like, at all. It's only after. So it hasn't been too bad. I look for that now in the reviews because people will put that in the reviews, like if it's constant mid-game. And then I'm like, oh no. No. Ruins it. So anyway, now that we've gone into mobile games that we're playing, Arrow out. Recommend. Just check my. Here. Okay, it's good. Okay, let's go to the lighthouse. How do I? Okay. I've forgotten every function of this game.
sure, it's fine.
Okay. Let's erase all of our books here. So, classic crime, drama, fact, fantasy. Classic crime, drama, fact, fantasy. Basically just bring a good mix of everything because I'm not gonna. Alright. Less travel though. Let's do some fact. Classics. Fantasy. Drama. Crime. I feel like I need more crime. Let's do that. Balance them out a little bit. Okay. Go into the lighthouse. So cute. There's somebody I was supposed to talk to. Hello? Alright, well. Time to go inside, Behemoth. Alright, then let's do a little training today. Yes, speak! Okay. Coffee? Music? There we go. Behemoth did not want to get out of the rain. That's okay, Behemoth. You do you. Harper! Hi. Can I get a book? It needs to be suitable for a 10-year-old. However, I can't deal with a dull book right now. Case Closed is one of my all-time favorites. When 17-year-old superstar detective Shinichi Kudo follows the wrong people, he's poisoned and turned back into a kid. Now, as a grade schooler, Conan Itogawa. So sorry for my pronunciation, you guys. So sorry. He still solves cases, this time on a cruise ship in this famous whodunit manga series. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Manga. That tracks.
I was about to ask
Also
why
sounds
he
kind of
was
cute.
considered being a poisoning if all that happened was that he turned back into a kid. Like, that just sounds like a potion, but I bet it was Cusco's poison.
A poison for Cusco. The poison specifically designed for Cusco. That poison.
Just wanted Jennifer to have the opportunity to be able to quote that. I know she was looking for a reason. And I knew I'd be able to, like, coax that out of her.
That poison.
I think we figured out who done it.
So sorry, it's got the wrong label on it. You know how these things happen. Also,
Kronk, you know.
in my knitting bag that has like too many things in it. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's start with kids, of course. A Wrinkle in Time, Scarecrow of Oz. That's
I
really
think that
King
could be a
Cruel.
really
Okay,
fun one, but it
potential.
also doesn't match Case Closed.
Not
I don't think it would be
quite.
dull.
Yeah, it has potential if that's all we have.
Yeah.
It's like a back burner, like maybe would work. Okay, Curious Mystery Horse the elephant invites his friends to celebrate his 11th birthday with a feast, only to discover that it has been eaten at the 11th hour. Can you find the hidden messages and solve the mystery of who ate the birthday feast? I think I know what that book is. I think I have that book. Okay, so if it's what I'm thinking of, it's like one of those, like... Let me look it up. It's like... You're searching images, essentially, like pictures in the book.
Oh.
Hour.
It's a picture book.
Yeah.
You have to Where's Waldo it.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to figure out the best, like, way to impress, like, what... But it's also been a while since I've looked at it. But I think that's why I bought it.
It's like
I
a
found
picture
it at
book, and it's got a story, but like most of the page is like the picture, but it's a very, very like detailed picture. So you're supposed to sort of like a what was the way that you described the game? Like a find and seek or something like that.
Like I Spy, or like the...
Yeah, you have to find the things in the picture that
a
are
hidden
going to be
picture
the
type
clues.
things.
Yeah.
Those like pictures you see all the time where like it could be this, but it could also be this, and like that kind of stuff. I also kind of equate it to that, because like there's such like crazy puzzles in here. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like, you really have to like look.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I think that's why I bought it. I saw it at a used bookstore a while ago, so I really don't remember when I got it, but I was like, this is really neat. I would love to. And then I just like put it on my shelf, and but I kind of have to be in the mood for that kind of puzzling too. But like, it is fun to like have that in my... So unless I gave it to my niece. I don't think I did. Anyway, so that's why it was familiar, because I was like, I remember the title so much. So that is definitely interesting. I don't know if it's quite what she's looking for, but it definitely wouldn't be dull. I think it would be very fun. But we'll carry on and see what else there is. But yeah, if anyone's interested, I think it looks fascinating for any age, just like fun puzzles and things. Moving Castle series. It's more of a fantasy. Theodora lives with her spooky family, Mummy the Mummy, and the rest of the Monsters League of Monsters. Join her as she fights to protect her family against the threat of the MLM Mansion.
Not the MLM Mansion.
That's a scary place right there. Won't catch me there. That has potential though. That could be interesting. There's a lot of like potential, but nothing's really like jumping out like this. This is it. This is the cute little picture book that we were talking about last time.
Yeah, I saw that tab up.
So cute. Where the sidewalk ends. Cute.
Okay, that would be a really fun one. I don't
not.
think that's what she's looking for, but it wouldn't be dull either.
Yeah. I feel like she wants like...
I feel like we're gonna have to look at some other genres.
Yeah. I feel like she wants more of like a mystery type thing. Thursday Murder Club.
Wait. Oh my gosh.
Guys, it's mature reading. It's definitely not.
I forgot that was based on a book.
I did
over
too,
here,
actually.
like, are they gonna like do more with it? Because the movie was really good, but like, it's a book series.
I bet it'd be really fun to read. I'll let you write it down. I need to snack.
I feel like it would be a really good one to read because I feel like I almost feel like I would have been able to like follow the clues a little bit better in the book than I had been able to in the movie, because towards the end I felt like it was a little bit rushed to come to that conclusion. And so I was like, but how did we suddenly like figure this out? And I feel like I would have been able to get it in the book a little bit more. So, and it's a whole series. Yeah. So I feel like that would be really cool because that's the continuation I wanted. So this is actually really good. Oh my gosh, I might actually have books in my reading journal this year.
Yay!
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah. For now.
Until the next book.
But yeah.
5 Survive. A mature reading, okay. Did you want to read that? Sorry.
Yes. Red and her 5 friends are headed for spring break at the beach. Okay, so like every teen thriller. But when their RV breaks down, the young adults are stranded. Of course. Killer plans to silence one of their group. Can they find out who they want before the night takes them all? What, are you gonna sacrifice the one friend? Like... Okay.
Or do they just need to find out why they need to be silenced? What's the tea?
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, they just have to survive. Like, I wouldn't be focused on like, but who does he want? I'd be like, how do we get out of here alive?
Drew that. You writing it down?
I did. No. I'm not going to for that one.
Okay.
I'm also looking for puzzles because somebody mentioned it today and I was like, puzzles sound good. So here I am.
We love a good puzzle. Okay. A fantasy. In an alternate 1920s steampunk world where Jin magic has redefined Cairo society, witty and stylish agent Fatma must investigate a supernatural murder with the help of her mysterious girlfriend, CT.
That sounds
I
very
feel like my
interesting.
pronunciation. Yeah, I don't see books about Jins very often. Oh. Brandon Sanderson. Why is that name familiar?
I think we've seen another book by Brandon Sanderson.
He finished Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time fantasy series. He's done a lot of sci-fi fantasy. Mistborn, Stormlight Archive.
Okay.
Oh.
I have those books right outside of this room. That's really funny. That's probably why I recognize the name. Also thinking. What?
I also remember my days working in a used store, and now that I see the covers, I know I've seen a lot of them come into the store. So, not to say that like that's a bad thing. It's just that like it was an author that I saw a lot in the store for that genre. Okay.
Just trying to remember. Jared had another book series for me. Different author. Okay. I was trying to remember who it was, but that did remind me I need to charge my Kindle.
Do you think like we could do the Scarecrow of Oz, we could do A Wrinkle in Time. Could try the 11th Hour. I mean, it is a mystery. Technically.
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna go for that. I don't know actually if she's gonna go for that.
We could do this one. Curious Case of the Cursed Beetle.
Yeah.
Let's do that one. Nice. Awesome. That was tough. Where I didn't think it would be.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, I'm looking for something poetic right now. I tend to like books with unexpected twists, and I enjoy a good classic from time to time. Okay. Something poetic. Okay.
Shel Silverstein.
I
I had to like reread what they said before I like continue with that. So if you're like, why did you pause after wait for so long? It's because I was like, wait a second, did I hear that right? But I mean,
Y'all didn't see that.
see what?
Exactly. I'm not a messy eater at all.
Not at all.
So, yeah, because it says, I'm looking for something poetic right now, which would be where the sidewalk ends.
Yeah, it's definitely poems. But they are...
It says
Oh, go ahead.
children's. Come for a giggle, just laugh aloud, and try not to wiggle. I mean...
I would say that some of them have, like... I feel like unexpected twists is a little difficult because I would say that they are unexpected poems. Like, they're unique topics, which made them really fun. And I would consider Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends, to be classic at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think those other two... Yeah, I think the other two are just, like, they're alternative information if we don't have any poems. That's how I'm kind of reading it. So, you know what? YOLO, we'll go for it.
Excuse me? I know it's been a little while since I read Where the Sidewalk Ends, okay? But, like, predictable?
So hurtful. You have no taste. Get out of here.
Zero taste. Ugh.
Burn! Achoo! Hello, Behemoth. I'll just pick out a new book if that's okay. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And let's hope the weather clears up until Saturday. Everyone's counting on it for the flea market. Hello, I'm here on research. I have to get out of the house. Give me a travel book. Also, I only want nonfiction, but it would be nice if it's not super tragic. Okay. Travel book. Lighthearted. Okay, Anthony Bourdain. That's got potential. Campervan destinations. Travelogue told in a series of anecdotes with whimsical exaggerations that captures the author's view of his hometown circa late 1870s in all its glories and infamies. Okay, Robert Louis Stevenson.
I feel like that would be nice. It's a little more historical, though.
Yeah.
So maybe not for this one. If they're looking for, like, travel now.
Yeah. This could be a good one. Quest to see the most castles in only 1 week. Here's the Czech Republic. Thuringia. And Wales in this hilarious travel. Doesn't sound tragic. Let me just check. Okay. So we have a cook's tour. Experience global culinary adventures with beloved chef Anthony Bourdain. A savory travel memoir in search of meal. And then we have how many castles in 7 days? Hamburg. This is more history and politics. Let's try this. Marvelous. Good. All right.
Just an FYI. You can get Where's Waldo puzzles.
On your phone?
No, like the physical puzzles.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure you can get it on your phone too. Not me adding like 10 puzzles to my cart.
My goodness.
Well, I add them to my cart and then I'll put them in like the save for later. A lot of times.
That's true. I do that a lot. I don't have enough money for this lanky lantern.
Not yet. You just need like one more day.
Yeah. Thankfully, this box of books cost me nothing, so. Not that I was like desperate for books, but I do want to keep them up. Let's see. We are on the end of orientation week, so I think we should go back to the university.
I would agree. Yeah.
Probably want to hop off of here soon, but do another day or two, I think. What do they want? Classic drama, fact, fantasy. Classic drama, fact. Alright. Fantasy. Crime.
I don't have any trouble.
There we go. We don't need as many kids. It is a university, so.
Okay.
Guess that's it. Yes. What do you have today? Anything of literary value? Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Okay. Hi, I need to get more into philosophy. Also, I'd love to read something classic. Classic philosophy. Okay. reading what I'm reading?
Yeah, what year was this published?
1935.
You know, I always
Ha!
thought time travel was real.
Yeah. I think we've been duped. Time travel does exist. It's the only explanation. Wild. I love that I looked up and you also were like...
You and I are both like, what?
Oh my gosh.
We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Alright, Phantom of the Opera, Othello. Need to get more into philosophy. Also, I'd love to read. I just don't. Because I don't know what she's looking for. That doesn't help me. That's not it.
It's not gonna be it.
Satires Victorian Society from the author who ruffled many societal feathers. That's not it.
What was in the classics again?
Great Gatsby. Far from the Madding Crowd. The Story Girl, which I've seen a few times. I just can't get a read on like what it is, but it does. Ellen Montgomery is kids, isn't it?
I mean, following a 14-year-old, I feel like is probably.
There's of course our super familiar book. It Can't Happen Here. The Phantom of the Opera and Othello. I mean, Othello is a classic. So is the Phantom of the Opera. Oh, it said it's more murdery, so I don't know.
What is considered philosophy?
Systematic rational study of fundamental questions concerning existence, knowledge, ethics, reason, and reality. Uses logic and critical thinking to explore concepts like morality, mind, and language, aiming to understand the human experience, address complex problems, and foster deep analytical skill.
Would The Great Gatsby fall under that then? Talking about confronting... I've never read The Great Gatsby, because it's talking about confronting the unknown dark sides of the American dream, which I feel like is where like the philosophy would really come in, which from my understanding was kind of the point of The Great Gatsby, was it wasn't just like a story, it was trying to show like darker sides of the I guess of the time. I could be totally off again. I have not actually read it. It was never on my reading list in school, so I've just never actually ended up reading it. I never watched the movie. So, please feel
I
free to
don't
correct
think
me
I
if I'm
did
wrong.
either. I'm
But
gonna
I
go
feel
with
like I
it because
could.
it sounds like it could work, but it is also, I would say, a classic as
It's
well. It
definitely
is considered a
classic.
classic,
Yeah.
so I feel like either way it should. So let's try it. Yes, already feeling pensive. Well, if that is what you enjoy, that's cool too. Fine. Professor Wynne. Well, well, you are more knowledgeable than I thought. That's what they all say. I will add The Great Gatsby to my research list, and I will return tomorrow for the next title. Good day.
Not gonna lie, I didn't even realize we were on the professor. I would have had a little more stress had I known that, so that's okay. But like for some reason, I guess because I was like looking for puzzles, I didn't realize they hadn't opened up yet.
You were deep in your search for puzzles.
I was
It's
just
okay. It's okay.
letting you lead the charge. You know? I just
And you
wanted to
know
be
what?
able to
I appreciate
swoop
that.
in without save.
You came in right for the all too real book.
Yeah, that's when I looked
I'm
up.
sure that's great timing. Yeah. Also, who's dropping their books on the ground? Take care of your books, people.
Guys, those are expensive books, okay? Okay.
Yes. Alright. We need money, people.
There we go.
Beautiful. 11 whole dollars. We can buy so many things. I'm so glad we got the pet bed when we did.
No.
Oh.
Moira! She's so pretty. Oh, hi! Wow, did you adopt a dog or are you just dog sitting?
Ah.
Oh, he's a sweet one, isn't he? I love dogs. Only reason I never got one myself is because I love spontaneous traveling too much. But maybe you'll let me hang out with your dog from time to time, right, babes?
Oh.
We're gonna be best friends. Yes, we are, Moira, because you are too cute. She's adorable. I love her. Somebody bought a math book. They were excited.
And that's my people.
That's why we're here. All right. I need a fact book. Of course, we only have 2. Because I want to acquire knowledge, but biographies are far too boring for me. I'm a fan of books like Tree Houses. I'm on a deadline. Shows that building tree houses is not just fun for children. Beautiful pictures and descriptions of 30 tree houses from around the world. All right. Well, what do we got?
A trilingual book? Is that what it said?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Brutalist buildings. This collection of his projects illustrates I'm not gonna try and say that. Of this
I feel like it's
author's
like
belief in better.
Corbusier or something like that. Also, probably still pronouncing
Probably.
it wrong, but
Belief in better living conditions for the increasingly crowded cities of 20th century. Huh.
I mean,
Huh. Sounds like it might be a good read for. But also for this person, that could be good.
it has
It's
potential
not
for
a
this one, especially
biography.
with the book that they gave as an example.
Homage to Catalonia. Exceptionally observant, vivid, and often witty journalistic work turned memoir by George Orwell, wherein he tells of his time fighting fascists in the Spanish Civil War.
don't think that's gonna be what they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. What about travel? Travelogue, social history, love letter to the U.S., written in the wondrous wry prose of an adventurer and a scholar. This work offers an outsider's keen eye on America's inconsistencies, foibles, and grandeur. Huh. Okay, The Explorer's Guide to Georgetown. Fun and beautifully illustrated guide. Explore its history, indulge in local cuisine, and soak up the vibrant lifestyle. That has potential.
Mm-hmm.
Cook Korean! A comic book with recipes. That actually sounds kind of fun, but not, I don't think, what...
Yeah, I don't think that's what they're looking for.
I would say a cookbook. Yeah. So...
I almost like the house one better. Only because to me,
yeah.
like, that, when talking about, like, acquiring knowledge, like, yes, learning more about Georgetown would be interesting, but this seems a little more broader in what you're learning about, which I feel like is a better fit. But I feel like either book would work in a pinch, but I'm liking this one a little bit more.
We can definitely do this one. I think you're right. Yay! Unconventional. Well, we don't have a lot. Hi, cutie. Hi. Oh, hi. Cutie. Who's my favorite boy? Yes, you are. Oh, she's not talking about me.
You and I were both like, who, me? And she's talking about the dog.
Dang dog. Oh, wait, before I forget, I have a little something for you.
Oh,
we got our plant.
Gosh. If we can't have one in real life, we'll have it in game.
Yeah.
Okay, but we gotta keep
plant.
it out of reach of Behemoth. The problem is his name is Behemoth, so...
Yeah. I wanted to do something nice for you since you did me such a big favor when we met. Oh, you are so sweet. Make sure you hang it up, alright? I promise people will love it. Can't wait for the next flea market. It was so much fun to help out the Horticultural Society last time. Will the bookshop be there again? It seemed like people were really interested last time. Come on, you should go. Let's hang out there, alright? Girl, you got me a beautiful plant. I will absolutely be there. What you need, girl? I got you. Do you get anything new in? I wouldn't mind a happy ending, and I wouldn't mind reading more female-pinned literature. Okay.
Fantasy? No.
That's not a happy ending.
We've read the Diversion series all the way through. That's a no. I don't even think... I feel like the second book isn't that bad, but it's because it's number 2 of 3 books. You get to that third one, there's no turning back, okay? No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put her through that.
I've never in my life been so angry at how a book... I tell the story all the time. I literally threw my book. Not hard. Just a little, like, throw down, you know? But, like...
It took forever for me to find anybody else to talk to about it. So I just had to, like, sit there in my feelings. And I'm so mad at it. It's not that, like... It was the way it was done.
It's not, like, bad. Yeah, it just...
It felt unnecessary.
Wait, I don't... Yeah.
Yeah, they're... We're also trying not to, like, give it away if you haven't read that far yet, if it's, like, a book that you're, like, interested in. If you're interested in it, I would still recommend reading it. I think the rest of the book was really great. I just, for one...
Yeah. Please do not watch the movies.
Yeah, I haven't even watched the movies. Yeah, but I still recommend the books. I just, you know, steel yourself for book 3. You know,
Yeah.
feel free to. Ooh, shameless plug right here. Don't forget to join our Discord channel. We could talk about the book after you read it. We would love to know your
We have
thoughts.
thoughts.
We will be here to talk about it. It's been a while since I've read it, but I'm still not over it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It's in our description box down below if you're interested in joining our Discord channel. We could talk about lots of other things. We could talk about crafting, but you know, books too. We always welcome those discussions.
And like you said, like the Divergent series, the book anyway, like the book trilogy, excellent book, like all the way through. It just, the ending like catches you off guard. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Catches you off guard. Didn't see it coming, which is usually a great thing. It just like, I was just like, what? But I love the premise of the books. I love the premise of the books. I love like the factions and all of that. Like I could not put this book down. I was reading that final book in the commercial breaks of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Like I remember that because I was just so into it, but I also like, it's a tradition to watch the parade, so I was like trying to balance both. One of my favorite book series. The movies, for anybody who's like, well, I'll just watch the movies, they don't do the books justice, which we all know they typically don't, but they also did not finish the movies. So the movies stop where the books keep going. So you're not going to get the full story, and it's going to affect how you think about the series, because the movies are not nearly as entertaining. They are entertaining as movies themselves. They are entertaining. Just, they don't give you the full story that the books do, especially in that last one. They don't finish it. That made me really mad, because I was intrigued. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that, and now we shall move on. But if you would like to discuss with us, or hear any other recommendations, we have thoughts. I don't know if you noticed that. We have thoughts. So anyway, moving on. Suzanne. Oh, I forgot she had this series. Huh.
Okay, well, that's one to keep in mind.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Suzanne Collins wrote The Hunger Games. That's why I recognized the author's name. And I remember seeing that, but I just never ended up reading it. That
the
she
only
had
problem
like
with this is
series.
we haven't read it, so I don't know how this one will end. I'm just kind of hoping that as like a young, for a younger audience, that maybe it'll have a happy ending.
Yeah. One can hope.
We have a lot of series starts here.
Yeah. Blackthorn is a healer, Grim does physical labor. The duos work on a local crime. Draws the prince's attention. He needs their help with a problem of his own. A fantasy trilogy with slow burn romance. I mean, that's got potential. Happy ending. Romance. Female pen literature, Juliet. Okay, we'll keep that on the back burner. Cycle, this timeless sci-fi novel follows the tale of Genli I and Estraven on a rich emotional journey about cultural barriers, gender, humanity, friendship. Again, female author. Possibly a happy ending. Let's see what else we have. Her vows to climb the political ranks and destroy pirate people. first in a hard fantasy series filled with political intrigue and lesbian yearning with a twist ending that will break your heart. Nope. That's not. That's
It's
not.
not female.
That's not even
themed
close to
anyway.
happy.
Well, yeah, but we could just immediately it's not
Well,
rainbow.
yeah.
Oh darn. Guess we can't even consider this one. That was definitely going to have a happy ending for sure, right?
Bummer. Yeah. It's not super tragic in every way, shape, and form, that's for sure. Winnie the Pooh. Snowy day. Is this... Oh, this is travel. Okay. I've forgotten what books I'm looking at. How to revive from the dead sets a riverside community buzzing with the miracle or trick of nature. As 3 families fight to claim her, their own secrets seep to the surface. Carries truth if anyone dares to follow it. That's not happy ending. Mourning the death of her best friend.
Have you not seen have you seen the trailers or like the commercials for Fleabag for the show?
I think I've seen a little bit of it, but not in a while.
It seems like it's definitely a little bit on the darker side, like the darker humor side. I didn't remember the exact like plot of the show, but mourning the death of a best friend like is ringing bells. But I think it's a little bit on like the darker humor side or darker side of it. So yeah.
Well, we've
I'd
got
say the ones on the top row are probably the best options.
Yeah. So we've got the Left Hand of Darkness, Bremer's Pool, with a slow burn romance. This has potential as well. This is charming fantasy adventure for young readers. Nope.
You just can't tell enough from it.
Yeah.
I definitely think the other ones have potential too. Like that one could be a good one.
This one. Yeah, I might stick with this one just because it does say there's a slow burn romance, and I feel like it would note if it was more tragic than that.
Like the other one that says like it'll end in heartbreak.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this. I'd love a happily ever after. Oh, yay. All that. We were there forever. Glad she appreciated it.
You should probably wrap up after this day too, because it's 12:30. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah. Let's see these. This. Oh. Did that for the day. Hello. No, thank you. No more homework for me.
Oh, we're out of classics.
And fact
books.
Almost drama.
Left. You said
Not to be
everything
dramatic.
at the same time. Stop copying me.
I will do no such thing.
We got your coins. You can get your lanky lantern now.
I love him. Okay. We're still pretty decent on books, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it, I think. Let's...
Fantasy's the lowest, but we don't have anything specific to fantasy on there anyway. But even then, like, even at 17, you don't put the whole amount on the shelves, so I don't think we're at a point where we need to restock yet.
Yeah.
Can you rotate and, like, decorate the other side, or is it only available on, like, the one side of this thing?
I think it's only the one side, because that's the only side you see when you're selling, so...
Well, for us, right?
I don't know. You gotta see a well-decorated...
Yeah, they're gonna see, like, nothing on the other side, and then, like, over here, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Spread it out a little bit. Jeez.
That's not great because it's wait, no, back. I want...
Only if ingested, though. You could probably switch the succulent and the plant, though.
Stop! Why is this so hard? Here, yeah, because I just don't want the poison in front of the books, you know?
Yes, let's place it over the children's books.
If I grab these cobwebs one more time...
I'm just kidding.
I actually... No, I think I want it, though, actually on, like right there. I think that's cute.
As long as Behemoth can't get it.
Let's see. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. It's not above him, so if anything, like, drops, be like... Okay. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Shall we go to just chatting?
Yes, we can go to just chatting if you're all set.
Yes. Let me... Alright, I'm ending stream now. Or, you know. My streaming to you.
Okay. Alright.
What?
Well,
Oh, just talking to myself. Clicked on save and quit.
I was just gonna say, I think we can wrap up pretty quickly. I know we've already talked a lot about all the things we have going on. So if you enjoyed our stream, I know it was pretty chill. It was a lot of crafting, but if you enjoyed conversation or game, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed our content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. It is free to do so, and we always really appreciate it. That way you can see when we post new things, when we go live next, things like that. And then you can hit the bell icon for notifications when we go live as well.
Mhm.
I'm so tired that I'm like forgetting the spiel that I do so well. But do all the like YouTubery things. Don't forget, we always really appreciate it. Like I mentioned before, Discord is linked in the description box down below, along with our social media. So check that out. Discord and YouTube community are also where we post updates to our schedule. So if anything changes, if we have to cancel or reschedule or adjust our times, things like that, we're going to try to make sure that we post on those pages to keep you updated. So if you're interested in joining our Discord community, definitely check that out. Otherwise, we do also post those updates in YouTube community. And our next stream is going to be on Sunday. I'm not quite sure what we're playing yet. We'll probably be talking about it. We're getting day of. But we will figure it out. But we will be playing probably not Tiny Bookshop. That's usually our weeknight stream. So we'll play something else. Something where both of us are playing. So you'll be able to see that too. So we've got a few options. So definitely join us again on Sunday. It's around we stream around 11 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes that's a little bit variable, but we try to stick to that time as much as possible. But if there are any major changes to that time, we will definitely post and let you know. But we will be streaming on Sunday. We don't have any reason not to. There will likely be snow for us on Sunday, so you will hear us talking about that as well. We don't know how much. It varies depending on who you're getting your information from. So we're just gonna see how it goes.
And where you live, and we all live in areas where could be a lot, could be a little. It really just it because we're all pretty close. Like our family is pretty close to mountains, so sometimes we really get the brunt of it, and sometimes it's completely bypass us. Just how it goes. So sure, it'll be fine. I'm sure I won't have to shovel at all.
It'll be fine.
Back hurts already.
Well, I think that's everything I had. I just realized I was supposed to be knitting in one of the stripe colors, so now I have to.
Oh no.
Right back. I didn't get like super far. Just the sleeve in the front, so it's not really that bad, but
still something to have to go back for. At least it's fairly simple in knitting most of the time.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I just want to do it. I have these are my last color stripes before the separation, and then I've got 5 more rows after that, looks like. 4 more rows.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I was going to mention to everybody before we hop off that I was finally able to release a video yesterday, and it had me cracking up watching it. So y'all should get in there and watch it. The witch did indeed laugh at me when I died. I will swear to it. But it was a fun one to look back on and try to edit. So I'm still trying to like figure out editing a little bit better, but I'm getting there with each edit. I figure out some new fun things. we're getting kind of caught up on our backlog from this year at least. So that's also exciting. Kind of getting more into like, okay, so this is what we've done today, and then we have Sunday, and then can edit throughout the week or whatever, you know, like I can keep up with it better so they can be released on a more timely schedule. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. I was really excited about it. Had a lot of fun with that. So I feel like we were like extra funny in that one, like, goofing around, and that was also the doorbells. So we had a little bit of fun with that, so y'all should definitely check it. Yeah, that's all. That's all I want to say. I just started all over because my editing software, I use Clipchamp right now. And I guess it had an update, and then it was like, now you can save everything to OneDrive. So it like, at that point, like looked like it wiped everything I had been working on, and I was like, this is terrible. It did come back. None of them are saved into OneDrive, which I don't really need anyway at the moment, but yeah, it had me worried for a second, and then I had to start my editing on that all over again, so that's why it took a while. Anyway, now I've talked to y'all about my editing struggles. Hopefully y'all enjoyed our playthrough of Tiny Bookshop. It's definitely a very cute game. I love all the decorating that you can do, and all the things you can buy. I will say I hate that we make like nothing, but it also feels kind of accurate for having a tiny bookshop. But I think it's fun. I think it's fun to like select things for certain people. You have quests, but they're not like too crazy of quests. And then having the fun cannonball storyline, things like that. That we definitely didn't know canon. That's for sure. That wasn't us. We weren't even there that day that I assume it happened on. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. And I guess we'll see you all Sunday or whatever that we decide to play. We have a couple, I think, that we had in mind. So it's just a matter of like deciding. So yeah, please join us. We will have coffee and hopefully some good crafting progress. I hope to have good progress on my cardigan, maybe my jacket over here that I've been sewing on. Yeah, and I know Jess is gonna have so much progress made on at least one of her projects.
You've jinxed
if she can
it.
sit
I'm gonna
down
end up
and
on
pick
the
one.
couch tomorrow, paralyzed, not working on anything. I'm supposed to have progress tomorrow.
Just remember, you have so much progress on your jacket, and I like don't. So
You also made a pair of pants, so that's okay.
only because I took a sick day. And joke's on me, that gave me a headache and back pain because I was hovered over this sewing machine for so long. Kind of worth it though. They're pretty great pants, so I guess it all worked out. But anyway, yeah, that's another reason to come on Sunday and join us, because I will show you a better view of the pants that I made. So the Audrey cigarette pants by Charm Patterns. So come join us, see our crafting progress, watch us play some games together, a game together. I don't know, we're gonna do something fun, that's for sure, and talk about snow, whether we get it or not. think Lexi's waiting for me to go to bed. She's staring at my bed longingly. It's the only time she wants to snuggle. So, with that, we shall see you all on Sunday. Have a great weekend. And if you're gonna get snow as well, please be careful. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.